Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about the NASCAR weekend over at Dover Cup and Xfinity. But before we get into that, let's first talk about next week's schedule race, which is at Kansas for the Cup and for the Truck Series as well for the ARCA Menard Series. So Friday, May 3rd will be opening practice for the ARCA Menard Series, that's okay. And then there's a second practice session for the ARCA Menard Series at 10:25 a.m. Open practice outside at 10 a.m. 11:10 a.m. will then be qualifying as well for the ARCA Menard Series. 12:05 p.m. And 12:35 p.m. will be practice and qualifying for the Truck Series, both of them will be on FS1. Then at 2 p.m. will be the ARCA Menard Series race for the running of the Tide 150, that'll be on FS1 and MRN. Then 5:05 p.m. and 5:50 p.m. will be practice and qualifying for the Cup Series, both of them will be on FS1, MRN, and Sirius XM. And then finally on 8 p.m. will be the Truck Series race for the running of the Heart of America 200, that'll be on FS1, MRN, and Sirius XM. And then on Sunday at 3 p.m. and May 5th will be the Cup Series race for the running of the Advent Health 400, that'll be on FS1, MRN, and Sirius XM. So let's now have a look now at the Xfinity Series results. And the winner of the NASCAR Xfinity Series at Dover is Ryan Truex for the second year in a row. They have Carson Quaffle, Sam Mayer, Sheldon Creek, Cole Custer, AJ Allmendinger, Chandler Smith, Kyle Weatherman, Anthony Alfredo, Parker Retzlaff ran out of the top 10. Then Jeb Burton, Parker Kliegman, Ryan Ellis, Jeremy Clemens, and Austin Hill ran out of the top 15. The reason why it is like this is because I can't actually download the PDF. So this is the best thing I could really do next. But let's talk about the race, and actually, first of all, one driver failed to qualify, that being Chad Fincher for MBM Motorsports. So now let's talk about the race. And there was a big-ass fire thanks to Ryan Sieg. Basically, the driver that won Dash for Cash over in Talladega was spewed up in flames. And thank God that he was alright, because it was a fireball. Happened on the backstretch, and luckily he pulled over just in time, so at least that was a good sign, so... He's okay now, so which is good, but either way, it was a very, very scary incident. So the fires, I mean, they're always scary, always freaking hot. So it's worrying when you when you see a fire breaking out. So I can understand that Sieg just wanted to run away from that. And the other one is that there was rain on the way, but on the cameras there was little raindrops. It was like little rain on the camera. So, could we technically be saying that they were technically running in the rain? And to be fair, they were actually alright on the rain, actually. Like, they were great. So, maybe, I'm not really too sure. But this was a really, really good race from the Xfinity Series once again. I mean, it is a NASCAR Xfinity Series. The Xfinity Series are more entertaining than the Cup Series, which is really saying something. But it was some great racing, some dive-bombs, well, not really some dive-bombs, but like, there was battling for the lead, including like Carson Quaffle, like going past 2 in 1 go, which was cool to see. Austin Hill as well spun out pretty late, which was quite disappointing there for Hill. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it was a great race, and once again, Ryan Truex, he just knows how to win at Dover. So this is his second win in a row. So that was very, very impressive there from Truex. So good job there by Ryan. And also shout out to Kyle Weatherman, who started in 6th place in DGM Racing Equipment and was still in the top 10. He was a top 10 car. So I am very impressed with Kyle Weatherman. That is impressive from him. But let's now have a look at the other finishers outside of the top 15. Let's see if this actually comes with me, and it does. Perfect. So let's have a look now. So, Riley Herbst, he was over in 16th place, and then we have Justin Allgaier, Shane Gisbergen as well, qualified pretty badly, but then got up to 18th. Brandon Jones, our pole sitter, 19th. Pretty disappointing there, I'll be honest. JC Lev, he didn't have a good weekend. I mean, he got third in stage 2, but still not really the greatest. Sammy Smith was involved in an accident as well, including Taylor Gray, who ran himself into the wall. Corey Hine had an engine problem, Blaine Perkins, electrical problem, Ryan Sieg, like I mentioned before, with a fire, and J.G. Haley, who basically retired on the very first lap after contact with Haley Deegan. Let's now have a look now at the Cup Series results. And the winner of the NASCAR Cup Series at Dover is Denny Hamlin. Then we have Kyle Larson, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Noah Gragson, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, Daniel Hemrick, and Ty Gibbs ran out of the top 10. Then Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, AJ Allmendinger, Josh Berry, and Austin Cindric ran out top 15. So let's first talk about an incident that happened in the race, that being Christopher Bell, Bubba Wallace, and William Byron. All of them crashed out on the backstretch. And I kind of want to talk about this because 2 of the 3 drivers are having a horrendous year, which includes Christopher Bell and Bubba Wallace. Now, you might be wondering, why Bell? He has won, yes, but he's like, I'm pretty sure he's like the second last playoff driver, and he's had constant bad luck in this entire start of the season. Bubba Wallace as well has had some great moments and has struggled. So not really too sure what's been happening with those two, because every single time when I see Bell, he is either spinning out or crashing. Bubba Wallace was basically also the same thing, but both of them at the same time have been kind of just it's not really their fault. It's just been unlucky for both of those drivers. So I do hope that at least luck will, come back around soon, but we'll just have to wait and see though. William Byron as well, who I think has gotten 2 wins, I believe. He has been alright. So he's been pretty consistent for Hendrick Motorsports, but still, like, not as obviously. I don't think anything can really top that season that he had last year, where he just won like 5 races or something. But to be fair, most of them was because of overtimes. But still, either way, it was still a great showing there from Byron for like the start of the season. But then he kind of just, he's kind of been alright at the start of the season actually. So that's kind of struggle there. And after the race, Kyle Larson made a very interesting statement, basically literally saying in his interview that rear view cameras should be taken away. While Denny Hamlin, surprise, surprise, disagreed. Now, the reason I'm saying is surprise, surprise is because, obviously he was the winner. So, I can understand what Larson's saying because it's easy for Hamlin to like block him or something. But at the same time, that's how racing is. The spotter, like, if there was no rear view camera, camera, you still have a rear view mirror, and you also still have the spotter basically saying where the drivers are, like saying like, oh, running high, running low, and he's basically just error blocking, which is the main problem that we have, is error blocking. So I want NASCAR to at least make a change to, I guess making error blocking less effective, we'll say, not as OP or overpowered, I should say, against like another driver who is behind them, which is kind of the reason why Larson lost, is because of error blocking from Hamlin, which is, it's amazing obviously for error blocking, but it does kind of ruin the race. But it is a skill to have if you want to be a stock car driver. It's like you need to error block. That's the main thing. So, like Larson, yeah, he can also literally say that review cameras are bad because of this and that, but at the same time, it's going to happen in a way because you have a mirror, you have a spotter. The spotter can legit say like, oh, he's running high in turn 1 and 2, he's running low in turns 3 and 4. Make sure you take his line away. That's basically about it. So I can understand where both teams, where both drivers are coming from, but in my opinion, I think the review camera should probably stay. Like, it doesn't really matter because you already have a spotter and a review mirror. It doesn't really matter. So let's now have a look at the other finishes outside of the top 15. And where do we really start? Well, let's talk about Corey Heim. Obviously, he is filling in for Eric Jones after his back, I'm pretty sure, was hurting it a lot after his Talladega crash. He finishes in 25th, pretty respectable, I'll be honest. Obviously, yes, 5 spots behind his teammate Jonathan Nemechek, but 2 spots over Jimmy Johnson, which, to be fair, is not really like a surprising thing because Johnson is a bit, scuffy there. But either way, decent showing there from Corey Heim in the throwback paint scheme like joy. Brad Keselowski, I'm pretty sure, spun that as well. And Todd Gilliland also was struggling a lot in this race. Wallace, Byron, and Bell, like I mentioned before, all 3 of them were involved in the accident. Ricky Sanders Jr. had an accident himself. Michael McDowell had a hub issue. And Ryan Preece had a quote-unquote safety problem, but it was actually just a fire that broke out in his car. But let's now have a look now at the Xfinity Series standings. So here are the point standings after Dover for the Xfinity Series. Chandler Smith is still in the lead, only however by 1 point over Cole Custer. Then we have Austin Hill, Jesse Love, Justin Allgaier, Riley Herbst, AJ Allmendinger, Sheldon Creed, Parker Kliegman, and Anthony Alfredo ran out of top 10, and Sammy Smith and Brandon Jones ran out in 11th and 12th. The biggest mover in the top 12 are Sheldon Creed and Anthony Alfredo, both are moving up 2 spots, while Sammy Smith is the biggest loser, going down 3 spots. No new driver as well has punched their ticket to the playoffs, as Ryan Truex is only a part-time driver, so it's still currently Jesse Love, Austin Hill, and Chandler Smith. Let's now have a look at the Cup Series results. There are the standings now after Dover, and for the Cup Series, Kyle Larson is still in the lead, only though by 15 points over Martin Truex Jr., then Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Tyler Gibbs, Alex Bowman, Ross Chastain ran out of top 10, then Kyle Busch and Chase Briscoe in 11th and 12th. The biggest mover, Kyle Busch, moving up 6 spots inside of the top 12, while the biggest loser was William Byron down to 6th place, moving down 2 spots. Denny Hamlin, he gets his 3rd win of the season, tying with William Byron as the most wins of the season, followed as well by Reddick, Elliott, Larson, Suarez, and Bell, I believe. All those drivers have locked themselves into the playoffs. So just a reminder, the next week's scheduled race is at Kansas for Cup, Xfinity, and the ARCA Menard Series. So now, like, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help me, especially on this channel. Comment down below if you think NASCAR should get rid of the rear view cameras or should just keep it just for aesthetic reasons. I'm not really too sure. But that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.